in the world's smallest elevator here in the Midwest. Just landed at the airport, guys. Gonna get a rental car, and then we're gonna head to our destination. Come along with us. If I can get all these bags out of here. Oh no. That's close. Be our chariot for the next 5-6 days. The old F-150. They were fresh out of the old Chevy Trail Bosses, so hopefully we don't get stuck in this Ford. That's what Logan drives, and he typically gets stuck. All right, we're gonna load all our gear up. We landed. Now we have like a 3-hour drive. Is it a 3-hour drive? Like a 3-hour drive to our destination. Well, sorry, all you Ford fans. We made an upgrade. What truck doesn't come with 4-wheel drive? I'll tell you which one. Ford F-150. So we upgraded. We got the Tacoma. If you were wondering, it has a hood scoop for extra power. Well, we got our new chariot. We're ready to rock. Well, we have been driving for just over 3 hours now.
Feels a lot longer.
Today's been a long travel day. About a 2.5 hour, 2 hours, 45-minute flight. About 3.5, 4-hour drive. So we left Brian's house at the ripe old time of 8 a.m.
A little before.
Well, about 7:45.
Yeah.
Went through one time change, so it's 5 o'clock now here where we're at in the Midwest. What's your thoughts, opinions on this trip, Brian?
I'm excited because it's going to be different. Haven't done very much whitetail hunting. Not very much late season post-rut hunting. And so we'll see what happens. I don't know. I mean, everybody's told us through advice, find the food and find heavy cover. Those seem to be the two factors. If you can catch a weather window, front end or the tail end of a storm. Again, this is all just...
First whitetail. See him?
Oh yeah, there we go. There we go.
There we are.
We're in whitetail country, folks.
Whitetail country, here we are.
So yeah, it's gonna be cool. I like the strategy part of it. We might get lucky and maybe hit like a little tiny late estrus cycle for some younger does. That's a possibility. Brought the grunt too.
You did.
Doe bleed.
What about antlers?
Don't have any antlers, but maybe where we're staying will have some.
Maybe we can find some sheds. Anyway, yeah, so basically where we're headed was the archery hunt's open until like the 1st of December, and then it shuts down and there's a rifle season for like 10 to 12 days. And so the rifle season just closed down yesterday, I believe, and so the archery just opened back up today. And so that's the tag I have. It's an archery whitetail tag. And I have high hopes because it has been warm. It's been unseasonably warm out here the last couple weeks during the rifle season, so I don't think they did that great. But like yesterday, it looked like the cold front moved in, temps dropped, and it snowed a bunch. So hopefully that will stay pace for the next 5 days while we're down here, and we'll get a big old late season whitetail buck deer on the ground. Hi, welcome guys. We made it to the location. Check this out, I was just noticing this. What does that remind you of, Brian? This is where multiple whitetail have been rubbing. It's kind of like this dominant thing. Where we elk hunt in Idaho, there's a telephone pole. And we've watched these elk, like, they literally will get in a line, all the bulls, and wait for the first one to be done. And then they'll go rub it. A giant telephone pole that was hourglass, just like that. That's pretty neat. But guys, do you recognize where we're at? If you're a true Hush fan, you'll know. We've been here one other time. Anyway, so the deal is, we've hunted with these guys before. This is Heartland Pride Outfitters. Super good dudes. They have some killer properties down here. Last time we hunted, we were hunting the post or pre-rut. It was like around Halloween a couple years ago. Well, this year we're late. We're December, second week of December, and these guys aren't around. They're kind of giving us full reign of the place, and by full reign, like kind of a controlled reign, where they're going to send us where they think there's some bucks, been hitting some food plots or whatever. But it's going to be fun. We got 5 days to try to kill a big mature deer, and I think we can do it. So we're just getting to the house, got everything unloaded, got to run to the grocery store, grab us some groceries for the week, and then we'll be back here getting ready. Got a bunch of stuff to do tonight. I got to put some more broadheads on, and we'll be ready for the morning. Good morning, guys. you can enter a couple different jokes right here. One would be Harry is, right? There you go. Another one would be, in case your hair looks terrible, you should probably cut it. That'd be the other one I would throw in there to get a couple laughs out of your boys. Opening, that's not opening day. I'm gonna call it opening day because it's the first day we can hunt. But good morning. It's 5:35, 5:45, a little late. So I was gonna get up at 5:30, but the plan is to get out of the house by like 6:30. So we got a bunch of stuff to go through, organize, but if we can get out of here in the next hour and on the road, we should be in a good spot to get to the place we're headed. So our good buddies at Heartland Pride Outfitters, they're the ones that own this outfitting business, but they're giving us some ideas last night. According to winds, you know, whitetail hunting sitting in stands comes down to, a lot of it comes down to what wind do you have that day. So he's giving us a couple different options of places that we could go possibly sit. So we're gonna kind of just shoot in the dark and go and sit in one of them and kind of like almost just do an observation sit to see what's going on, to see what we like, and then we're gonna kind of cruise around all day long and just kind of look at some of these different spots that he sent us, and do a lot of glassing, I think, too. So a little bit different type of whitetail hunting, but we like it. It's kind of our program. Use those vortex to see what's out there. Anyways, they have a bunch of Stealthcam set up too. We're gonna go check those. So that's the plan for this morning, and then we're gonna get some gear together and we're gonna go.
Unless they're in the right place. This is nice, it has these vertical windows, 2 of them, then this horizontal one. But the nice thing about this is it's a little bit warmer than sitting in a tree right now when it's only 8 degrees. So definitely have fields behind us. This is a river right here, so this is where they're going to be bedding in. But what we've heard, or what we've read, is when it's late season like this and it's cold, food, obviously bedding, which is kind of the program year long unless they're rutting, but definitely food that's cold enough they have to be up on their feet eating is what I would think, to stay warm and give them energy. So beautiful morning. I'm just saying, I feel like I'm a whitetail hunter. I've got overalls on, I've got rubber muck boots on, and I'm sitting in a deer blind. I'm gonna grab the SD card out of the Stealthcam and see if anything's been on here. They haven't checked it for a week or so, instead of sitting here all day, we're gonna check it. There's nothing on here. I think we're gonna go do some glassing. That thing is giant, man. Look how big his head is. That's a big buck. 1202. Guys, this is like one of the biggest, fattest, oldest deers I've ever seen. Look how big his body is. There were some nice bucks in here about, well, this is 1207, so that was a week ago. But that's about it. There hasn't been, there's 1210, so that's 4 days ago. 4 days ago was the last time a big buck was on here. So you never know. They're close by. Whitetail don't travel, from my experience. They don't travel like mule deer. They could be close by, just haven't been coming through this area, I guess. I don't know. But it seems to me that what we're looking at is evenings have been the most popular, or have been the busiest anyways on this stand. So this is what's frustrating about whitetail hunting. The first time we ever hunted out here, these guys were showing us pictures. I was like, man, there's giants everywhere. Or every trail cam they had at least one big buck hitting it. But then you start sitting in these blinds or sitting in a stand after 5 days and you haven't seen nothing. These whitetails are smart. They are very nocturnal, and that's what you'll notice. A lot of these pictures are at dark after, you know, after sunset. So, but it's a game of patience. You just have to sit in the stand, because one day, at some point, one of them will make a mistake and come out, and that's when people kill big deer. And just like last time we were here, the first night we sat, Eric killed a giant. And in my head, I was like, oh, this is going to be easy. And then I sat in the stand for like 50 hours over the next 4 days, and only had like 2 bucks, mature bucks, that I saw during the Lite, but I couldn't have shot them, they're too far. So every hunt has its challenges, that's for sure. This is just being patient and spending a lot of time out, and hoping one will make a mistake during the daytime.
First morning is underway. Like I was saying in the stand, it's just, you gotta figure out what the deer are doing and hopefully be in the right place at the right time. I think we're gonna go check a couple other cameras these guys have, and then it all depends on wind too. So you might have a stand that's really producing, but unless you have the right wind, you don't want to go in there because you'll just bump the deer off there. So we had a south wind today, and that's why we came set this stand. Looks like tomorrow we're gonna have a northeast wind, so we just gotta go figure out what stand will be best for that wind. We're learning whitetail things. Well, hello. It's about 2 o'clock. Since we last left you, we went and did a couple things, went and checked some cameras. And I think we have a pretty good idea where we're gonna go sit tonight. I'll show you the picture right here. This is the buck. It's our new target buck. Jordan said this buck's been seen a few times this week, so I'm assuming that means during the daytime. That's the biggest thing I keep saying is, these bucks are close, but to get them to come out in the daytime, they're gonna have to make a mistake. But we got cold weather, we got good food that we're sitting on, and those are the 2 things you wanna look for in late season. So we're gonna go sit for the last 3.5 hours of the first day. Hopefully we see some deer. Hopefully we get some deer footage for you guys. Just got to the blind. So this is we call it an elevated ground blind. It's kind of an oxymoron, but I like this setup. I like shooting out of a ground blind better than I do a box blind. But camera over there that's on water, and this is supposed to be bedding, so I think we're gonna go pull the camera real quick and see what's on there. So welcome inside the blind. As you guys can see, you can see out, but you can't see in. It's a really cool blind. I don't even know what makes it. Double pull. But we got our chairs. Brian gets the director's chair. So now, like a glove. When squirrel season is in Kansas, and if you need a special permit to shoot one. I just saw 3 of the biggest squirrels I've ever seen in my life, and we've seen no deer. I was just telling Brian I've never actually shot and ate a squirrel. I've always wanted to. They look really tasty. Any of you guys watching this, do you guys go on squirrel hunts just to shoot squirrels? And if so, how is the meat? Let us know in the comments. I want to know. I think that'd be a fun hunt to go do with the kids. I don't think you can shoot them in Idaho though, but I know like a lot of Midwestern states and back east, they go on squirrel hunts, which sounds way funner than sitting here in the cold right now. We haven't seen any deer, by the way. It is 4:34, and we have about 30 more minutes of shooting light. So, besides driving around on the roads, today's been really slow for deer action.
We saw 5 does earlier off the road, but none where we wouldn't set up. Maybe we're doing it wrong. Well, we're checking boxes. We checked that card. The buck that we came in here to hopefully try to kill hasn't been in here since the 7th, so it's been a week. And there hasn't been any mature deer in here since then, so you know, you could roll in here tonight or tomorrow, but it's just not very active, so I'll have to go figure out a new plan, I guess. But we keep saying, like, part of this whole process is just being in the right place at the right time, spending a lot of time in the blinds or in the tree stands, and hopefully big buck makes a mistake. So we're going back to the drawing board. We're gonna go back to the house, have some dinner, warm up, get on our OnX and make a plan for tomorrow. So come along with us if you want to. Today was pretty slow. We apologize. Very little animal footage. You can blame Brian for that.